Hello, my name is Adelya. I'm 15 and I study at Badminton School. We began our work with Scion Mastery team about 5 years ago, although back then it was called Angloslav. We've been introduced to this company by our family friends. So my very first impression of education in England, well, the education part was great. However, my boarding house was not so great. I remember crying all day, every day for maybe the first week. But after that, it's been absolutely amazing. And now, 5 years later, I still find that coming to study in UK was probably one of the best decisions that I've made in probably my life. From the age of maybe 11, I knew what I wanted to do. I was always interested in science, especially in biology and chemistry. Later, I discovered that I like medicine as well as sciences. So I decided to study biochemistry and biomedicine in university. And so that influenced my subjects in school as well as what I want to do in the future. Because one of the greatest things about British schools is that you can actually choose the subjects you have in school and you can shape your own path to your higher education. So initially, our parents were looking to send us to Switzerland. However, since my brother decided to come study in the UK, and I visited him and his school, I decided to come here too because I always admired the way British schools are. So the entrance exams weren't that hard for me. However, I always found myself really anxious with the whole exam thing. But now that I'm entering more prestigious schools for sixth form, like Westminster, I find quite hard to write personal statements and long formal essays. And I find it hard to use language in writing form. However, it's quite easy for me to speak. So writing, I think, is probably the hardest part. It wasn't that hard to adjust to the life in the UK, and I might say now that I actually prefer it to what it was like when I was living in Russia. However, the school food in the UK is quite appalling, to be honest. Yeah, it's not just the flavour, it's the quality. So yeah, I think the food is the worst thing probably, but you get used to it. What I think is the most important part that distinguishes British education is that you have a say, your opinion matters, and what you want to do also matters to people. You have a choice and you can choose what you want to do. You can choose your subjects, well, after a certain age. And also, no subject is disregarded. So if you're very creative and you want to do art, you have that opportunity. And music and sports. I remember that in my Russian school, we did not have great facilities for neither art or music. And British education just gives you so much more opportunities. You can literally pursue anything that you want. So I still have a very long time to go because I still have 3 years of school and then I go off to university. But I really think that I would like to stay in the UK because I just enjoy the way of living in the UK and the people, and I would like to get a job in pharmaceutical industry in the UK as well. So I would say my advice is not to wait, because I know that my brother entered a UK school at the age of 13, while I entered at the age of 11, and I just know that adjusting is much easier at a younger age, and also your English improves so much that if you want to change school or apply to a better or more prestigious school, you're going to find that much easier if you've been at your school long enough to improve your English and other subjects enough to then apply to other schools. So the sooner the better, and like, don't be scared. Yeah.